Now, Double Dragon, the highest acclaimed martial arts game of all time, is available for your home computer from Melbourne House. Skillful programming has taken the superb graphics and addictive gameplay of the monster arcade hit and faithfully reproduced it in home computer versions. Join in deadly combat with the savage street gang of the infamous Shadow Boss. Use whatever weapons come to hand as you pursue the gang through the slums, factories and wooded outskirts of the city to reach the Black Warrior hideout for the final configuration with the Shadow Boss himself. Use the many different offensive and defensive moves, all the arcade weapons, and take your favorite opponents in hand-to-hand combat. Double Dragon from Melbourne House for your computer now.
Spectrum, Commodore 64, Amstrad CPC, Atari ST, Amiga, and MSX.
Imagine presents WEC Le Mans. The world's most famous sports car race comes to your home computer screen with this exciting simulation of the 24-hour Le Mans race. World Endurance Championship sports cars battle through day and night sequences where both strategy and driving skills are required to take the winner's laurels. This stimulating challenge, inspired by Konami's sit-in driving simulator, reproduces all the elements of the famous race with every twist and turn of the track. So get ready for the most grueling event in the car racing calendar with WEC Le Mans from Imagine Software. Available for the Spectrum, Commodore, Amstrad, Atari ST, Amiga and PC. Central control to Lone Wolf. Parachute into enemy territory. Locate enemy concentration camp. Release captives interred there.
Operation Wolf.
Make your way through jungles filled with hostile soldiers. Destroy any enemy installations and free all townships you encounter with no food, no water, no chopper cover, not nearly enough ammo, and no idea if you're going to make it back. Volunteers only. Operation Wolf, a superb Tato coin-op conversion from Ocean. 6 levels of blasting action as you take on the role of a soldier of fortune given the job of rescuing politically sensitive hostages from a war-torn land. Contend with hostile soldiers parachuting down, firing their hand weapons as they come. Helicopters need rockets to destroy them, or very concentrated firepower. Watch out for the occasional soldier who runs in close to fire at you at point-blank range. Lightning reflexes are a must. A soldier can never relax.
Rockstar, the big new release from Codemasters Go. Rockstar, the funniest game you've ever played. Rockstar, the management game about the crazy world of the rock biz. Ever wanted to make it big? Here's your chance. Choose your stars. Michael Gorge, Stiff Pilchard, Meathead, or 47 others. You make the decisions, try to hit the big time. Will you be offered a recording contract?
Can you compete with mega bands like Dross? When do you release the follow-up single? Will the album go platinum? Is your act a one-hit wonder? Don't get ripped off, busted, pirated, exposed, or grabbed by the taxman. It's a hard life in the management game. Rockstar, only $9.99 for your Commodore, Spectrum, or Amstrad. This game is seriously funny. Computer Games Week gave it 92%.
Get your free 3.5-inch Dyson blank disc W.H. Smith price $1.99 when you purchase any Commodore Amiga software title here at W.H. Smith.
Time to start running!
I'll be back.
Go!
Grand Slam proudly presents the computer version of Schwarzenegger as the Running Man. In the year 2019, an innocent cop is accused of a crime he did not commit. Ben Richards must face his punishment. In the highest-rating game show in history, primetime real-life-death TV action, he must fight to survive against 4 deadly stalkers and arch-villain Killian. Television is king. You are the ultimate star. It is time to be the Running Man. Do you have the courage? Available for Amiga, ST, Amstrad, Spectrum, Commodore 64, and PC. Gary Lineker's Hotshot, brought to you by Gremlin Graphics, the most realistic football simulation ever produced for the home computer to date. Play in a full-scale 11-a-side football game complete with sliding tackles, throw-ins, corners, goal kicks, fouls, and even the dreaded referee with his red card. Feel the roar of the crowd as your goalkeeper dives spectacularly to save the game for the league championship. Thrill as the strikers annihilate the opposing team's defense and boot the ball into the back of the net. Available on Spectrum, Amstrad, Commodore 64, Atari ST, and Amiga. Experience tension, speed, and destruction as Capcom bring you the latest and best in arcade action. Last Duel. Fire up your neutron-powered car and head off into the awesome and dangerous zones in space. Blast your way through attack waves of aggressive aliens, the likes of which no earthly body has ever set eyes upon. With only your nerves, skill, and courage to offer any hope of freedom, this will be the final battle. The ultimate conflict. The Last Duel. Zap Magazine said, a great shoot-'em-up, brilliant detail, color, and addictive gameplay. ST Amiga Format commented, it's the type of game that'll have you hooked for hours. Ace Magazine, it's tough, good-looking, and fun to play. Your Sinclair, lip-smacking, joystick-juggling, fast and challenging shoot-'em-up. Last Duel from Capcom, bringing home the challenge of the arcade. Available for Commodore, Spectrum, Amstrad, Amiga, Atari ST, and PC. Makers of the brilliant Crazy Cars, Crazy Cars 2. This time you're at the wheel of the fabulous Ferrari F40 in a bid to smash a stolen car racket. The only problem is the guys involved in the racket are corrupt policemen. As you go tearing through 4 states of America in search of the corrupt police, you will also have problems with the honest road cops who don't appreciate the sight of a Ferrari F40 crossing their state at 200 miles an hour. You must plan your route carefully from the maps of each state. Be careful, the shortest routes aren't always the easiest. Your Ferrari is furnished with the latest radar, which will enable you to detect police roadblocks which may have been set up to catch you. Therefore, keep an eye on the freeway junctions, as you might be forced to change your route. Crazy Cars 2 from Titus for Commodore, Spectrum, Amstrad, Atari ST, Amiga and PC. Digital Integration presents F-16 Combat Pilot, a new generation of flight simulator based on the F-16 jet fighter. From squadron crew room to mission selection, from pre-flight briefing to the hangar, weapons loaded, you're cleared for takeoff. Hundreds of realistic missions await you day or night. From air-to-air interception to ground attack. From tank busting to reconnaissance. And finally comes Operation Conquest, a multi-mission strategic campaign as you take command of your first squadron. F-16 Combat Pilot. For the first time, it's for real. Firebird presents Elite. The classic is about to make its debut in the full glory of striking 3D solid graphics. Mr. Micro, the Amiga programming team, have surpassed themselves, as you'll soon realize when multicolored ships zap towards you to engage in frenzied battles, or when you come face to face with the graphical representatives of one of the many alien races in the galaxy. Combining elements of strategy, adventure, and arcade action, you must travel through 8 galaxies, trading commodities from over 2,000 planetary systems, and fight off bounty hunters, space pirates, and police. You will have to fight hard to reach the ultimate status symbol, Elite, available for Amiga, Atari ST, and IBM PC. Kenny Dalglish Soccer Manager from Cognito, the full-priced arm of award-winning outfit Zeppelin Games, the ultimate football manager license. Kenny Dalglish has brought all the Liverpool discipline and flair of his playing days to the most demanding managerial post in soccer, Liverpool Football Club manager. Now it's your turn to take on this most prestigious post, and time to find out that it's top at the top. Soccer Manager is just one of the many posts in today's modern football club, and you'll soon learn about the behind-the-scenes team that makes any top club tick. This highly graphic simulation of managing a football team features 4 full divisions, promotion, relegation, buying, selling, job offers, suspensions, internationals, loans, detailed statistical records, league games, cup games, instant replays, along with facilities to change your team and players' names. Goalmouth highlights are played back in full graphic detail. Kenny Dalglish Soccer Manager, available for Atari ST, Amiga, Spectrum, Commodore 64, and Atari 8-bit. Step back in time to the 15th century, when France was on the brink of devastation and only a miracle could save it. That miracle was Joan of Arc. Relive this fascinating period and the fantastic destiny of the Maid of Orleans as the succession to the throne is threatened by the invading English forces. Fight through 23 provinces, 45 cities, and numerous castles and fortresses. Over 500 graphic animations recreate the fearful combat and political intrigue of the time. Voted a 900-plus game by Ace Magazine with the words, "This is a strategic masterpiece." Zap Magazine said, "The most compelling arcade strategy game so far for the Amiga." reenact the times of the best-loved heroine of the people of France and one of the supreme heroines in the history of the world. Joan of Arc, the legend lives on. Get your free 3.5-inch Dyson blank disc WH Smith price $199 when you purchase any Commodore Amiga software title here at WH Smith. Superior Software, in association with Alligator, the software with Byte, present Reptile Mania. Reptile Mania comprises two complete sensational games, Reptile 1 and Reptile 2. Both feature Reptile, the reptilian diamond eater. Reptile 1 and Reptile 2 were the most successful games ever produced for the BBC Micro. Now they're available for the Spectrum. In Reptile 1, you must decide a route through 12 massive, baffling levels and discover the password at the end of each level. Avoid the rocks and kill the monsters that hatch from the eggs. Some diamonds are locked in safes. In Reptile 2, you have to solve the complex interconnected puzzles and collect the 42 pieces of the secret message. Travel through the transporters, but in the right order. You now have the additional hazards of deadly skulls and spirits, which have to be trapped in cages. Reptile 1 and Reptile 2 are probably the most challenging games ever produced for the home computer. Have you the arcade skills and crafty ingenuity to succeed? Don't miss the Reptile Mania sensation, available on Spectrum, cassette and disc. It's the best release of 1989 and the finest coin-op conversion ever seen. It's Blasteroids. From the company that brought you the fantastic Speedball comes the arcade conversion that has all the press raving. Brilliant, wrote Computer and Video Games. It fully captures the spirit and frantic action of the original machine. All the features of the coin-op have been incorporated, and I mean all of them. Blasteroids has proved to be one of the most successful game concepts of all time. You can experience the most challenging 1- or 2-player shoot-'em-up ever, now for your home computer. With 3 types of interchangeable craft, full power-ups, including rip stars, shields, power shot, and more, Blasteroids will take you further than any other arcade game. The One called it the best arcade conversion we've ever seen. C&VG wrote, Blasteroids is superb, easily the best shoot-'em-up to date. So get a slice of the action. Get Blasteroids. Ocean presents Voyager. In 1977, Voyager 2 was launched into space, inviting all life forms in the universe to visit our planet. Get ready. Company's coming. The Roxas forces have been deployed on the 10 moons of Saturn. Only one man, Luke Snails, can stand in their way. Incredible fast 3D shoot-'em-up action on your 16-bit micro. Giving it 94% for the Amiga version, Zap said, Voyager is one of the most atmospheric 3D space explorations around. Free audio soundtrack with Voyager, now available on ST and Amiga. Rainbow Arts presents Denarius. Scientists on the planet Denarius created machines so sophisticated they were no longer dependent on man. A vain attempt was made to destroy them, but out of the ashes of the nuclear fires, the machines rose up more powerful than ever. Held hostage in an underground stronghold, it is up to you to break their tyrannical rule. Awarded a C&VG hit, a CU Screen Star, a Zap Sizzler, and a CCI Mega Game, Commodore user said, a fantastic shoot-'em-up with all the vital additions essential for a great blast. Computer Games Week said, just completely brilliant. Enter this horrifying battle in a bitter crusade against evil and win freedom at last for the people of Denarius. Available for Commodore and Amiga.
There have been football games before, but there's never been a game quite like Emlyn Hughes International Soccer. Just look at the amazingly smooth graphics. The animation is so realistic. It's incredible to play. You've got so much control. You can choose where to kick the ball, and how hard and how high to kick it. And you can head the ball, even do diving headers. There's sliding tackles. Oh, referee! But there's more to this game than the arcade action. There are dozens of options, and if you don't want to play in a league or a cup, you can always challenge one of the other teams to a friendly. You can even enter your own teams. Every player has 3 skill factors and a fitness percentage that changes constantly. And you can save everything to tape or disc. Teams, fixtures, results, everything. Emlyn Hughes International Soccer. It's a game you'll play time and time again.
Ocean presents Run the Gauntlet. Hot on the heels of its massive TV success comes Run the Gauntlet, the computer game. A mixture of 9 different events tests your skill to the full on water, road and assault course. Jet skis, buggies, hoverboats, ATVs and many more vehicles will test your reflexes to the extreme. Another excellent simulator from Ocean Software, now available on the Spectrum, Commodore 64, Amstrad, ST and Amiga.
War in Middle-earth from Melbourne House. Follow in the footsteps of Frodo, Aragorn and Gandalf as they battle to get the ring to the cracks of doom. Ranged against you are all the evil forces of the Dark Lord Sauron and the corrupt wizard Saruman. The odds are overwhelming, but you cannot afford to fail. The destiny of Middle-earth lies in the balance. Let you control all the characters and armies that appear in The Lord of the Rings, from the broad sweep of strategy right down to individual characters' actions on the battlefield. There are infinite possibilities, so no 2 games will ever be the same. Guard carefully and travel well, my friend. May the Fellowship of the Ring be successful and peace return to all Middle-earth. A cataclysmic struggle between good and evil. J.R.R. Tolkien's War in Middle-earth for your computer.
To remain silent. You have the right to an attorney.
He's not a guy, he's a machine.
Your move, creep.
The future of law enforcement. RoboCop.
Get your free 3.5-inch Dyson blank disc WH Smith price $199 when you purchase any Commodore Amiga software title here at WH Smith. Imagine presents Renegade 3. Renegade is back to face the ultimate challenge. Zap magazine, giving it a sizzler, said, "This is the best of the lot, don't miss it." Traveling through time, he will encounter fierce hostility from the Stone Age era, ancient Egypt, medieval times, and eventually the future. Non-stop beat-em-up action in the very best Renegade style. Renegade 3, the final chapter. Available for Spectrum, Commodore, and Amstrad. Atari ST and Amiga coming soon.
Pac-Land, the brilliant arcade game from Namco Atari, brought to you by Grand Slam. The world's most popular computer character is back in his very own arcade adventure. Help Pac across ravines, jump lakes, and traverse deserts, hotly pursued by Inky, Binky, Pinky, Clyde, and Sue in his quest. This superb conversion of the internationally famous coin-op is not to be missed. Pac-Land, classic arcade action from Grand Slam, available now for Commodore, coming soon for Spectrum, Amstrad, Atari ST, Amiga, and MSX.
My lords, there is great danger. Your rivals have imprisoned me and their armies are on the march. Throughout Japan, the clans are gathering and choosing sides. Tanaka has said that the new shogun will need to be a general who can command great armies, a warrior with impeccable sword skills, a politician who can win many allies, and a man with unblemished honor. Even if the tide of war flows in your favor, you must be wary of assassins in your own castle. They come for me now. I await your triumph.
Lords of the Rising Sun, the battle lines are drawn from Cinemaware.
Millions of galaxies, 200 million suns, the membrane web of deep space.
Welcome to The Crystal, an epic game. A tale of princesses and pirates, featuring sword fights, space shoot-em-ups, and strategy role-playing. CMVG said, an epic game, with styles and content not yet matched in breadth of vision and development. Amiga user said, the most impressive-looking backgrounds, action areas, and character sprites ever created for the home screens. Computer Games Week said, complex gameplay, stunning graphics, nice sound, and a sense of humor. What more could you wish for? Games Machine called The Crystal the biggest game ever. It is indeed an experience. Once played, never forgotten. The Crystal for the Amiga and Atari ST. PC coming soon.
Assault your computer with 5 action-packed arcade smashes in Arcade Muscle from US Gold. In 1943, relive the Battle of Midway as you fly over the Pacific in a P-38 aircraft armed with 7 deadly weapons. A titanic structure for supremacy. Sidearms, a classic shoot-'em-up game with brilliant graphics to test your reflexes. The ultimate experience for trigger-happy arcade astronauts. You're tough, you're mean, you're a street fighter. Face the mighty fighting power of 10 awesome dudes. A game that gives you explosive coin-op action. Are you tough enough to be a bionic commando? Infiltrate the enemy bases, destroy the deadly foe, and neutralize the doomsday weapons. A superb arcade conversion. The thunderous world of destruction, the ultimate race against death. Road blasters, all the gripping action and high-speed thrills of the arcade spectacular. Arcade Muscle for Commodore 64, Spectrum and Amstrad, the compilation that's worth fighting for.
Presents Galdregon's Domain. The land is in turmoil. The evil Azazel has been resurrected and now searches for the 5 gems of Zator, which will give him ultimate power. You have been chosen to battle against the minions of evil to recover the gems and so save the lands of Mesron. Can you destroy the evil Medusa, whose merest gaze turns flesh to stone? Can you outwit the High Priestess of Set, who holds sway over a temple full of horrors? Dare you venture into the catacombs of Castle Setna and cross swords with the dead? Fear not, brave warrior, your fate awaits you. Galdregon's Domain, available for Atari ST and Amiga. War in Middle-earth from Melbourne House. Follow in the footsteps of Frodo, Aragorn and Gandalf as they battle to get the ring to the cracks of doom. Ranged against you are all the evil forces of the Dark Lord Sauron and the corrupt wizard Saruman. The odds are overwhelming, but you cannot afford to fail. The destiny of Middle-earth lies in the balance. Let you control all the characters and armies that appear in The Lord of the Rings, from the broad sweep of strategy right down to individual characters' actions on the battlefield. There are infinite possibilities, so no 2 games will ever be the same. Guard carefully and travel well, my friend. May the Fellowship of the Ring be successful and peace return to all Middle-earth. A cataclysmic struggle between good and evil. J.R.R. Tolkien's War in Middle-earth for your computer. Central control to Lone Wolf. Parachute into enemy territory. Locate enemy concentration camp. Release captives interred there.
Operation Wolf.
Make your way through jungles filled with hostile soldiers, destroy any enemy installations, and free all townships you encounter. With no food, no water, no chopper cover, not nearly enough ammo, and no idea if you're going to make it back. Volunteers only. Operation Wolf, a superb Tato coin-op conversion from Ocean. 6 levels of blasting action as you take on the role of a soldier of fortune given the job of rescuing politically sensitive hostages from a war-torn land. Contend with hostile soldiers parachuting down, firing their hand weapons as they come. Helicopters need rockets to destroy them, or very concentrated firepower. Watch out for the occasional soldier who runs in close to fire at you at point-blank range. Lightning reflexes are a must. A soldier can never relax. Mirrorsoft present Falcon. On the IBM PC and Apple Mac, Falcon became known as the pilot simulation. Combat experienced pilots across North America helped in its development. Professional simulator manufacturers ensured its total accuracy, and it has just become the first entertainment simulation to develop a full military application. it received a record 7 nominations at the Software Publishers Association of America and won 3 awards, including Best Simulation. That wealth of experience and awesome attention to detail is now available for your ST or Amiga. So fly Falcon on its dangerous missions deep into enemy territory and engage on a flight experience that beats the rest to dust. The one wrote, "Not even sub-logic simulations can claim this kind of accuracy. Falcon is the greatest flight simulation I've ever played." Computer and video games have awarded it 93%. The whole world is talking about Falcon, so if you want to discover what is causing such acclaim, get Falcon, the F-16 fighter simulation, available now from Microsoft and Spectrum Holobyte. Imagine presents Dragon Ninja. The latest hot arcade game from Data East explodes with double action fury. 8 levels of lean, mean fighting screens to battle through. Use your special martial arts skills, punch, kick, jump, flying kick and super punch with added power in the shape of special ninja-style weapons to collect. Your opponents in your battle for supremacy are 4 types of evil ninja star-throwing assassins whose skills are manifold and dangerous. Also out to spoil your day are acrobatic women warriors and vicious guard dogs. At the end of each level, you must overcome the Ninja Master in order to progress. Some examples of these superhuman villains are a fire-breathing fat man, an armor-clad giant, and the green and gruesome giant ninja who has a disconcerting habit of suddenly multiplying into an army. Mission accomplished, then rescue the President of the United States, who will stand you a hamburger. Dragon Ninja, the hottest coin-op conversion around, designed to give computer games some real kicks. Federation of Free Traders, the closing phase in our journey of excellence. The untapped void of space, harnessed through the immense power of the computer and the immense talent of vision and foresight to reach far into the depth of the untapped mind. The universe stretches before you. 8 million worlds wait your exploitation. A journey through the future that knows no time. An episode in life that knows no limits. Unimaginable wealth is your destiny if you can master the arts of interstellar navigation. Harness the intricacies of the photon drive. And repel the deadly space pirates. One breathtaking program of limitless proportions, Gremlin has distilled the fantasies of generations. Federation of Free Traders, the ultimate hands-on experience.